huge opportunity to show Carroll what the Raiders are capable of after a season that's had some ups, but a majority of downs as they attempt to grow as a team for the rest of the season. A sunny and bright day on Senior Day in Ashland. Perfect weather and a perfect day for college football. Carroll, first on the offense and first to strike. The play action fools the camera and fools the defense, but 7 points are put on the board. Fighting Saints take the lead. SOU trying to respond, can't cash it into the end zone, but cut the deficit to 4 off the field goal. Next Carroll drive, new play, same result. Caden Hewitt, the 47-yard bullseye to Leakin Holmes, sets up the easy score on the next play. Back-to-back tutties for Carroll. Why not make it 3 for 3? Hewitt, the 12-yard dart, past the sticks to Carson Ocho. It's a 20-30 lead for the Fighting Saints, but the Raiders finding an answer and Fresh Eisen from 12 yards out. First tutty of the day for the Raiders, but just before the half, Hewitt scrambling, looking, and connecting for 6 more. Not the greatest start for the Raiders as they go into halftime down by 2 touchdowns with only 2 field goals and a tutty to their own name. Fresh Eisen efficient through 2 quarters on the ground, 69 yards, and the lone Raider touchdown through the air, though. The Raiders struggling to find any consistency. Dom Montiel, 18 of 29, 182 yards, and the 1 interception on a Hail Mary on the last play of the half. Not good to say the least, but there's a reason why there's 4 quarters of action in football. Let's jump straight to the second half. Raiders still in that Halloween spirit. Trick or treat? We want the trick. Donovan Glover, the wide receiver, finds Dom Montiel in the end zone for the Ashland special. The Raiders find renewed life. Couple of possessions later, somebody say, fumble! Ball is out. Spencer Cuffle recovers it, and the Raiders will have great field position. Good things come after turnovers. Montiel, the 10-yard slant connection to Trevor Jasko. It's a whole new ball game at Raider Stadium. We're tied up. Fast forward to the 4th. Raiders rolling with the hot hand. Montiel to Brandon Barthel on the receiving end. Raiders have their first lead of the day, 34-27, but Carroll responding. Hewitt getting the offense back on track, finds Gavin Vandekar on the score. Raiders need a response on the next kickoff on the onside kick. They get it with Jasko. Scoop and score. Your way back to the house. The Raiders are back up by 7, but final seconds of the game, Hewitt searching for a miracle and finds it in Carson Ocho in the end zone. Carroll gets the 2-point conversion and hangs on to win. A heartbreaking loss for the Raiders, but one still filled with plenty of hope heading into the end of the season.
As we've matured as a team, to come back in that second half and eventually take the lead showed that our guys are growing. We're growing not just who we are on the field, but where we are at mentally and how we can take on challenges. And I was extremely proud with how we responded. Now down the stretch, we needed probably a little bit more composure is what I told the boys.
So the Raiders fall 41-40 this evening. Quarterback Dom Montiel, 38 of 52, 308 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 1 interception again on the last play of the first half. He definitely rebounded in the second half. Fresh Eisen rushing his way for 108 yards and the 1 score. Dom Montiel's number 1 target on the night, that was Donovan Glover, led the Raiders with 116 yards. Paisley Poole has the sights and the sounds from Raiders Stadium after the heartbreaking loss and where the Raiders go from here with only 1 game left on the season.
A range of emotions going on behind me here at Raider Stadium on Senior Day as SOU drops a heartbreaker to Carroll, 40-41. Now, there were some shining moments in this game, like great defensive stops, trick plays, and overall resilience from this team as a whole.
If you would have looked at this team 2, 3, 4 weeks ago and we go down 14 at the half, there wouldn't have been a lot of fight back. What our guys proved to themselves today is that it doesn't matter who we play. It doesn't. We can play with anyone in the country. And so I think we can build off this not 2, 3 years down the road, but a week from now. So, yeah, it'll be something we can build off for sure.
It was a team effort on both sides of the ball. The offense came out way more efficient in the third quarter, and Dom Montiel finding his receivers with precision we saw in Week 1 against Simpson. The defense was resilient, putting together multiple stops in a row, giving the guys on offense a chance to score. For senior D lineman Gabe Foster, even though the result wasn't what he wanted, he enjoyed suiting up at Raider Stadium for the last time in his career.
I couldn't be any more proud of my team. I've been just all I've been thinking of this year, I was just wanting to win and all that stuff. It all came down to this, and yeah, it didn't go our way, but I honestly probably had the most fun I've ever had in a football game ever. like playing along with the guys, seeing the energy, how like the emotion of it, how raw everything was. Like you can't get that anywhere else.
Senior safety Spencer Cuffle, who came up with the fumble recovery, echoing Foster's thoughts. Talking with him, you could tell that the loss hurts, but the chance to suit up with his brothers meant way more.
Definitely still processing, I think. But honestly, that's the most fun I've had in a football game in a long time. So can't really, you can be a little mad, but not too mad. So, I'm happy with how a lot of the guys played, and it doesn't always go your way sometimes. So.
Next up for the Raiders, they face the College of Idaho on November 15th. In Ashland, I'm Paisley Poole.
All right, thank you, Paisley. So there's only one game left for the season for Burke Brown and the boys. You got to learn a lot of positive things from this game, but still plenty of things that they need to fix as well. One of the big things they have to fix, the big chunk plays, as they have come to bite the Raiders multiple times throughout the season, frankly, almost every week. But big passing plays always lead to short touchdown runs. The positive, though, from this week, the young offensive line continues to show improvement.